So I've tested it out on a few people. I went to a tattoo parlor and asked for a tattoo uh, COVID 9/11. They were like, well, our minimum cost is $60, and they were like, well, yeah, we'll give you that tattoo if you don't want anything special about it. Clearly, I don't want that tattoo. They're American. They just want to make money. I get it. I love you guys. But I tested out on a few other people. I was like, well, what's going to happen when I lead a sewer ship of homeless people vindicating and validating a genocide committed against them, especially the elderly ones, because many of your homeless people are elderly people who can't work and are somehow falling between your non-socialist cracks, which you condemn because you're American. Um, what are you gonna do? You know, when I sue you like Saudi Arabia for something way worse than 9/11, which is genocidal, because your hotels are staying open and committing a genocide against their own workers to vindicate and validate a base level insequential profit. Um, it's pretty bad. It's bad. Drugs are bad. But essentially, by my birthday, I'm going to be out of the country. Now, the Americans, when they've been identified as worse than the enemies they've portrayed in the marketing schemes they've created, unify. Because they're like, well, my child could get screwed. And it's like a Jew in Israel vindicating why we need to keep validating, celebrating poisoned children. Don't ask me why. I mean, I know it sounds ignorant of me, but it's mostly actually ignorant of you. Um, but, anyways, I am going to lead a mass suing of America by its homeless people, the 500,000 people Bernie's always talking about, and prove not only did you not care about your elders who can't sue you because they supported you, but you deliberately misfiltered your variable resources like hotels, which is going to become evident before COVID 9/11, aka COVID 19, aka COVID 9 or 11/9, ultimately variabilized by your genocidal nature. But it will become suable in the prevalence of a pandemic. You don't think it's possible, but it is. Because I know I can make it possible. Just as quick as Moses made killing children possible when you didn't think it was. 95% of the world, which is governed by your 5% democracy, will back up a moralistic method unto which to come back to you for refusing to negate your actions over the last 20 years, which were inhumane and definitionally aggressional against the Global Geneva Convention. The thing is, the Americans have been taught we can't back up decency anymore. We have to back up each other, which is cool, but I'm not one of those people you really back up. You just think you do because you want to fuck me. Or you want to use me. Or you want to get creative on how to utilize my desperation. But I am actually, because you didn't go cold blue like in the winter with hotels on your homeless people in a pandemic, or even think about it, prove you're insane. I know you're like, well, this guy's insane. He's talking about suing everybody. He talked about suing Saudi Arabia for 9/11, even though you knew it was a royalty trick. So I'm just as sane as you, actually. You just don't want to admit it because then you might get prosecuted. Which I have 10 years of variables onto which can prove this phenomena. It's sick because you're sick. Not because I'm sick, because your environment is sick. Not in a black person cool way, in a Jesus would like to kill you kind of way. So, if you're going to keep utilizing Jesus to Byzantine, the Constantine Wars of the end of the Roman Empire, I would suggest you code blue homeless people in this pandemic. But you're not going to do that because you'd kill 500,000 people just to shut the guy up whose father's apparently into some shit he didn't know about, and I'm into some shit that overrides his shit you didn't know about. Just for being a curious little hacker beneficiary as a high school student. You know, in the car today, I had to deal with the most ignorant conversation ever, but it ended off somehow with Angelina Jolie. Kind of cute. Like, did you ever see that movie with her as Acid Burn? And did you ever notice how the FBI took advantage of a bunch of underage minors while they were being taken advantage of by a businessman? Because they both knew they were more capable, sophisticated, and intellectually empowered by the modern age. It's a variable into which we can't grasp here and now. But in the end, most likely be validated, vindicated, and appreciated like Christ taking over Israel. How? Why? Who knows? I don't care. I'm not going to explain it because I don't want to get in an argument with retarded people or devalidated, immoral souls who can't grasp how quick and easy it is being honest can rebirth your ability to live. Anyways, I can prove you acerbated and created 9/11. Flat out. Instead of proving to you guys, we should probably end the war on terror. Because you didn't like it when I did it that way. But now I'm overriding both of these variables in a Christian fashion of prosecution. confusion. Maybe I'll even start a Christian judicial division, like Christian Science, Christian judges. That's a joke. It just doesn't sound like one because it's going to ruin every single one of your guilty lives simply for not admitting the truth when it was that easy. But it's going to vindicate and validate why and how you leverage situations like 95% of the world is about to do to kill you, you're doing to your homeless people. And you're not going to be able to defend it, or you're going to validate how and why they validated how to create COVID-19 to kill you. Hey, I steal from the rich and give to the poor.